Hey, hey, and happy Halloween, everybody. It's the Review Revolution, back at you again. You know, it's one of the things where when I started the month, I counted wrong. I counted wrong, and I thought I had enough things to kind of carry me through all the way to October. I thought that Red Riding Hood would actually have been the last figure, but about halfway through, I went back and looked and realized, oh, I have nothing planned for Halloween. I have nothing planned. It's the big day, and I've got nothing lined up. And even though there was tons and tons of things that you could have picked from, I figured, you know what? The next set of figures that we're going to take a look at is the DC Universe Wave, I guess 13, if you will. It's the 13th wave they put out, and one of the figures is Blue Devil. So, hey, what a great chance to go ahead and wrap up Halloween and get started on the next set of the DC Universe Classics figures. So taking a look at Blue Devil. Now, it's been a while since we looked at some of the DC stuff, so, just kind of bring everybody back up to speed. This is the new packaging for the year. It's the 75 Years of Superpowers with Blue Devil on it. It does come with the collector's pins inside. The adult collector, which I've kind of figured out sort of what that means. Yeah, there you go. Wave 13, figure 6. Well, we'll do them out of order. Wave 14 is out, of course, with Raven and all the others, the Sinestro Corps Batman. And I'm running about a set behind, but that's okay, because better late than never, right? Taking a look, we can see all the other figures that are out. Very much looking forward to getting Zatanna when she comes out. Can't wait for that one. But we're taking a look tonight at the Blue Devil. Oh, but other figures are in set include the Negative Man, Superboy, Cyclotron, Blue Devil, Cheetah, Blue Devil, and then Donna Troy. Trigon, big bad Trigon, as much as I guess he would have been cool to do, yeah, he'll be the Collect and Connect after we're done. But there is Blue Devil, looking very good. His bio: while working on an action film near an ancient ruins, Daniel Cassidy was fused to his Blue Devil costume by an archdemon named Nebrios. Danny made his best of it and became a crime fighter. Then a deal with Neron went sour, and Cassidy was killed, only to be resurrected as an actual devil. Danny used his ability to rid the world of supernatural threats with superpowered team Shadow Pact. He's had a very up and down life. I mean, I guess next to Jon Stewart, yeah, I have to say that Blue Devil really has had kind of a hard time of his life, being a devout Catholic and then being turned into an actual demon devil and everything. I mean, that's just the tip of the iceberg. He has been through a lot. And I think that has to do with all the different people who have written him and, just no one coming to a consensus of what the character should be. Which is a shame, because he's actually, for being a D-lister, he's actually really, really cool. I may not even say, he's definitely a B-class character. His first appearance was in Firestorm number 24 in July 1984. Real name Daniel Patrick Cassidy. Occupation stuntman, special effects artist. Base of operations, the Oblivion Bar. Special abilities, supernatural strength, enhanced senses, wields magical trident that locates and banishes demons. Yeah, now he does. The original one was a little bit different. One thing that I think actually is kind of nifty is for anyone who's a Blue Devil fan, or for anybody who's been curious about the character and tried to look him up, if you ever do a search for Blue Devil, chances are you're going to find the Duke logo, from the men's basketball team. You'll always come across the Duke basketball team if you're doing a search for Blue Devil. They're the Blue Devils. Well, Blue Devil for DC came out in 1984. It's at that point that Duke really started hitting their stride in the NCAA, and then by 1986 they were in the finals. So whether or not having a comic character of the same namesake had any effect on it, don't know. But just for you basketball fans out there, yeah, if you remember that Duke went to the finals, the NCAA finals in 1986. 2 years before that, DC brought out their Blue Devil, and that's when they started, hitting second, third place, that sort of thing. So, again, just a little bit of info for you. We'll take a moment, pop Blue Devil out of the pack, and have some fun. Be right back. Well, say what you will about Wave 12, the Dark Side Wave. Wave 13, with Blue Devil as just the first example, is picking up the slack and definitely reminding me of why I love this line of figures so much. What a great interpretation of the figure. I mean, really, really awesome. The colors on him, fantastic. The blue, I mean, exactly the right kind of blue that you expect from the character. The darker blue that he has for his tunic and the boots. Just right off the page of the comics. The yellow, yes, it is yellow. Yes, yellow does have a tendency to bleed through sometimes, or things tend to bleed through yellow sometimes. There are some minor paint applications on the yellow. You can tell that this yellow and the yellow on his shorts don't exactly match. But even with that being said, this is a great character. This is a great version of Blue Devil. It's something where I've got the original. I bought him when the issue first came out, when his number 1 came out, because I thought that he was going to be just this really great kind of, what's the word? Magical kind of character. You get all the kind of mythologies and the gods and all that, and you'd see those kind of stories coming from Blue Devil. It'd be very epic, and it didn't quite turn out that way, not at first. And again, I think that's been Blue Devil's biggest problem, is that he's never really been written for what he has the potential to be, at least not until later down the road. And by that point, people were doing all sorts of weird things to him. But as far as the character goes, now this is based on his original version when he was in the suit, when he was in the organic suit. And like I said, it looks fantastic. The collar is a separate piece, like it's a new sculpted piece that's been put on him, onto like the base body. The shoulder pads here, they're very hard plastic, so they're not made out of soft plastic like the collar is. Instead, this is actually molded out of the same thing as the rest of the chest. Kind of interesting. I don't know if they'll be using this piece before. I'm trying to think if they've used it already. I'm trying to remember if they've used this top before. I don't remember. I'll have to double check and look. But yeah, I mean, it's something, I don't know if they've used it before or if they'll be using it again, but this is made of the harder plastic. The arms do come up and out. Kind of a tight joint there on the shoulder. The cuff on the shoulder doesn't limit the articulation. Seems to work fine. Twist at the bicep, elbow, and wrist. As with the DC Universe Classic Wave, since Wave 10 or even earlier, the head does turn left and right, but we don't get full use of the ball joints anymore. So ball joints on the DC Universe Classic figures, pretty much gone. Probably not going to see those at all anymore. Not unless it's a re-release from a sculpt of an earlier version, like the Sinestro Corps Batman. He probably has a full range of articulation on his head, but a new character like Blue Devil, not so much. It does have the crunch at the waist. Twist. Legs come up, out. Twist at the thigh, knee, and foot. So very, very much still in the line of the rest of the DC Universe Classic figures. But yeah, really, really good. I love how he turned out. The face looks really good. There is a History of the DC Universe figure of Blue Devil, and it's actually not bad. But it's got these huge bulging red eyes. I don't have it with me to show, but it's got these huge bulging red eyes. And considering that was the only Blue Devil that I could find for a while, or the only one that I knew was out there, I am so glad to get a Blue Devil now that actually looks more normal in the face. Got kind of his pirate earring there. Got the beard. Beard looked good, kind of a Ra's al Ghul beard. Very cool. I love the paint on the horns. So just beautiful, beautiful character. Beautiful. Now, for his accessories, he does come with the Triton. And this one is a little warped. The original Triton was one that he made because he's a special effects artist, and it actually worked kind of like almost like a rocket. And I guess you can kind of see here, there's little funnels there. But it's like a rocket, so he could actually like fly. And of course, the tip had the blaster on it. According to the bio on the cart now, it's the Triton that he uses to find and defeat actual demons. So, I guess you can pretty much use it either way. If it's a magical Triton, he should be able to fire bolts from it and fly just the same. His collecting connect piece is the torso of Trigon. Very hefty piece, I might add. Not a lot of weight to it, but still a very, very large piece. And on the back, you can see there is the square notch cut out. When you see a square notch on the back of a DC Universe Classics figure, it's usually because there's a cape or something like that that's going to plug into it. Well, sure enough, Trigon has a cape, but it's not like your typical plastic one. In fact, this is probably one of the only times, well, or at least the first time for sure, that we're actually going to see a fabric cape. Oh, there we go. Like that. Like so. So yeah, an actual fabric cape with the square peg to plug in. I'll do that when we put the figure together. But it's kind of interesting. It's going to be kind of unique to see an actual fabric cape on a character. I couldn't see them doing this yet on one of the 6-inch figures. I don't think we'll see it very much. I think that the fabric probably increases the cost. Especially seeing that it seems to have like wire inside, so there seems to be some actual like posability, if you will, as to how the cape is going to hang or how it folds. But again, kind of interesting, kind of different. We'll have to take a look and see how it turns out. Overall, Blue Devil, great character. If you haven't picked up this line, if you picked up Wave 12 and were disappointed in it, trust me, Wave 13, Blue Devil being the first one, a lot of promise being shown. Really looking forward to getting to the others. I certainly thank everybody for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. Have yourselves a very happy Halloween, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.